Okay, had our little rant video about FinCEN and other things, right? So, you guys need to get on that and stay on it, right? Get on it and stay on it. Because being told that you're guilty until you prove your own innocence is draconian, right? Tyranny. Okay. Everybody needs to be prepared to fight tyranny these days. Everybody's awake and everybody had their coffee, right? Everybody's awake. There's no excuse for tyranny to take hold no more. We need to stop this stuff. It's got to stop. If it doesn't stop, we will fight. It's the way it is. The way it has to be. That's the way this country was born in blood. Born in blood. Sometimes you got to spill blood to keep your freedom. That's that whole, that whole thing. That whole thing where the Declaration of Independence, Anyway, had something here. Can't remember where I put it. Gotta be here somewhere. I'll find it and then you guys will see it. It's a picture of Mr. Potato Head giving a lecture. He's lecturing us, the people. He's lecturing us, thinking he has the right and authority to lecture the people when he doesn't. Never did, never will. Anyway, behind Potato Head, when he was giving his little spiel, it had words from the Declaration of Independence. These words right here, ironically, okay, we hold these truths to be self-evident. All men are created equal. Endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. Okay? And then it goes on that whenever any form of government becomes destructive, it's the right of the people to alter or abolish it. It's very ironic that those words were up there behind Mr. Potato Head on a blue background. You could see him, nice scripted words, Those words were behind him from the Declaration. I think that's an omen. Anyway, enough of that. So I'm wearing my double today. One of my doubles. I got 3 doubles. Double setups. So makes me look fat, but I'm warm. Okay. So anyway, here's one. We're gonna get back to wool and fur and so on, right? And I got another double over here, and I have a scarf. So this scarf is a pashmina wool scarf, right? Pashmina is a type of goat. Now normally you would only call products from sheep wool, okay? Sheep hair is the only one that's technically wool, right? Now we call this pashmina goat wool just to let people know that it is in the same, it's the same type of a category as sheep's wool, right? Now this is a Himalayan goat called the pashmina goat, right? I'm going to sit down here so you can see me and you're not chopping my head off. Super light and super warm. Himalayas, baby. So this is from Nepal. It's 70% pashmina goat wool and it is 30% silk. So it's really light, but it's really warm. Okay, I used to sell these. Now, I've got a few of them for myself, but I used to have a whole big stock of them. I used to sell them because I believe these are really great. So they're pretty long and they're wide, right? So pretty wide. It is not a shemagh, okay? It is a scarf. Just happens to be in coyote brown. One of my favorite colors. Right. So, then over here, I got another double, right? So this is two joined together. As you see, I got them joined together, and they always stay this way. I never put one on and then the other, because that doesn't work. Wool on wool doesn't work when you're trying to put it together like that. This is the reason why I was trying to say in the Filson Stormy Cromer video that you have got to have a lining somewhat like worsted wool lining, a lining like that, or silk, okay, in a wool coat. Those are the proper things that you should use. You should not be using cotton, because cotton soaks up perspiration and it stays wet and you're cold. No matter if the outside is wool or not, if you have a cotton lining, you're going to be cold because it's going to soak up the perspiration and it's going to hold it, and it doesn't want to go anywhere. Eventually it will work its way out. But you need something that's going to work it out fast. And that is why we need a wool lining, or we need a silk lining. Worsted wool, a slick wool, like a suit, right? Or we need the silk, okay? Need something that's kind of slick, helps you get these inner layers into the coat, right? Anyway, both of these are doubles. The inside is a Guernsey necked, okay? That's what this one is. This is a barber on the inside. Guernsey neck, right? This outer one is a German replica. I have the original Austrian Army, okay? I have it. This one I bought a bit bigger so I could do this double, because double is where it's at. It's where it's at because it blocks the wind. The layers over itself, becomes almost impervious to wind. It blocks about 90 to 95% of the wind when you got it doubled up like this, right? This is about 3.5, 3.8 pounds of knit wool. That's how much this weighs right here. And it is warm. Well, it insulates. It really insulates. I can't say warm because this doesn't make you warm. It keeps the heat in, right? This is how we heat ourselves. That doesn't warm you, it keeps you warm. Mitigates the heat loss. Same thing with this one. Alright. Now, when we're talking about wool garments, everybody knows about layers, okay? Unless you were born under a rock, you know about layering, okay? But not everybody knows the proper way to layer. Now, when I was young, I was in a situation where it was a constant wind, and with that wind chill factor, it was minus 80 Fahrenheit. That's right, minus 80 Fahrenheit with the wind. And the wind was constant. It wasn't like it dropped. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about that right now, and then we're going to do another video and we're going to talk more about the layers. But one thing I do want to bring up right now is I want to bring up the wind chill factor. So many people treat that, they treat that like it doesn't, it's just a number. It is not just a number, especially when the wind is constant. If you have a gust of wind every 15 minutes, that's a high wind, and you have no wind the rest of the time, then don't really pay attention to it too much. But if the wind is really howling, and it is blowing every few seconds, and it's blowing 20, 30, 50 miles an hour, then you better pay attention to that wind chill, because otherwise you may lose some fingers or toes. You might lose the tip of your nose, or worse, you might die. Okay? So you better pay attention to that wind. Wind chill is not something that it's not something trivial. It is not trivial. You need to be prepared and treat the wind with respect, because it will kill you. Okay? It will kill you. Now, if it's very cold outside and there is a wind, you treat the wind as if that is the temperature that you're going to dress for. The wind chill factor is the number that you want to look at. You don't want to look at the quote unquote real temperature. The wind chill factor, if there is constant wind, it's blowing very often, that is your real temperature. There's no such thing as a fake temperature. It's not an imaginary temperature, okay? When the wind chill is factored into the base number, that's your actual. And meteorologists will probably argue me until I'm blue in the face. But let me drag you up into the far north, okay, or let me drag you up onto Mount Washington when there is 70-mile-an-hour wind, or worse, and the base number is 35 below, okay, Fahrenheit. Let me drag you up there and let you argue how wind chill is not real cold. Oh, that's just the wind chill factor. That's not the real temperature. Yeah, let's go up. Let's just do that. Let's just go up right now in our imaginary sled with the reindeer. Let's just go up there right now, and we're going up a Mount Washington imaginary right now. Okay, we're gonna take off. It's the imagination, right? Like they said in Miracle on 34th Street, a Christmas movie, by the way, that you should watch. It's a good one. We're gonna take a ride up our sleigh to the top of Mount Washington. And let's just say right now it's 40 below. To you guys that are saying that wind chill is not a big deal. You're coming with me. And I want you to put on your crappy clothing that you normally wear, diddy bopping around to the bookstore and to the coffee shop. Your little puffy jacket from Patagonia or something. We're going to go up there and we're going to hang out for an hour on the summit. The wind is blowing 60 miles an hour right now. We have a base temperature of 35 below Fahrenheit. Tell me how you're not going to become a human popsicle within a few minutes. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, by the way, they have a weather station up there. You ask those people, they'll probably put you in your place if you're somebody that doesn't believe in wind chill. Yeah, it was over 100 below Fahrenheit a couple of years ago up there. Guys, I've come back in another one. We will start talking about layers. Alright? See you there.